Hey, what's up, yo? It's your boy Swifty. Today I'm back finally with another tutorial. Today I'm gonna be breaking down how to make beats for Lil Tjay. But before I start breaking down that beat, I'm gonna need y'all to check out the Patreon, man. It's gonna be in the description, like always. $10. We got a whole DK members doing classes, bro. The whole DK members, everybody showing sauce, every genre, everything, bro. So don't miss out on that. Yeah, bro. But let's get to the beat though. First, shout out to my boy Ari. He sent me this loop. So yeah, you get it. That's a little Tjay vibe, you know, some emotional chords with repetitive vocals, and then for the hook to add some more variation, you know, in between the chords you got them little keys playing. That shit is simple, but it's fire. That's what Lil Tjay raps on. So it's at 100 BPM right now. It's kind of fast, but you can get like really bouncy if you leave a lot of space and use a lot of perks and stuff. So let's get to the drums, man. So first I use the clap, then, you know, a regular pattern. Since I'm at 100 BPM, instead of, you know, doing the pattern where the clap hits right there, I just made it hit right there, so that was like double tempo. So I'm gonna just play this one section of the hook with everything, and I'm gonna just break down each element and play it like one by one. So right now I'll just explain the clap, which didn't have that much to explain, but that's what it sounds like with the sample. As you can see, it's kind of fast, but like I told you, that shit is gonna be bouncy, bro. So next I pulled up some hi-hats, you know, the regular hit one. Then for the pattern, I usually go into the piano roll and like place them one by one, but you can do it in the channel rack. It doesn't really matter. So I went into my hi-hats and I kind of like found a bounce going on. And then as you can see, I play a lot with the velocities. That's like really important if you want to get that bounce going. Also, as you can see, there's no rolls, like no type of rolls. It's dead ass just like regular two-step pattern, bruh, and just like play with the space between them. And this is what it sounds like with a clap. As you can see, there's some effects on there, so I'm just pull them up. On my other drums, I ain't got no effects. I'm gonna show you for the 808 and stuff, but other than that, I ain't got no effects, just EQs to cut the load sometimes, but usually you don't even have to do that if you're using like good sounds. Speaking of good sounds, you know, I'm just plug it. We got our drum kit that just dropped, bruh. DK drum kit, that shit is free. It's a ton of sounds in there, bruh. Placement ready, quality sounds. So go grab that kit, man. It's gonna be in the description. It's gonna pop up, you know, top right corner. So back to the hi-hats. I just put a loop operator on there. As you can see, it's the default preset. I just like deleted everything and I just used the loop section, which is basically a reverse. So I just use the reverse there. It's like a simple reverse, and then on there, as you can see, it's like a double reverse. And lastly, I just added this little reverb thing and I turned down the mix a lot right there. So I'm gonna play the hi-hat by itself, that way you can like focus on the effects and stuff. So yeah, man, it's already like really bouncy. You already get where the beat is gonna go. So that's really like the main point of doing my hi-hats like that. I can get that bounce, then I get to complement it with like snares, and then obviously got like open hands and stuff that complement with the 808. And man, you gotta go crazy, man, with the bounce, but like not do too much. You feel me? It's like finding the perfect balance between going crazy and not doing too much, because you want to get your biggest plays at the end of the day. So yeah, man, next I added the snare, classic snare. Regular pattern, you know. I'm gonna just play with the clap and the hi-hats. It's like really simple. Honestly, there's nothing crazy right there. It's like the simple pattern that everybody uses with the snares. That's why I went crazy with the other ones, you know, the second snare and the rim. So I'm gonna just add the second snare right now, a wheezy kind of snare. And in the piano roll, when I made the pattern, I just pitched it up like 2 semitones because I didn't like how it sounded on the regular note. That's one thing you can do too with your drums. If you don't like how a drum sound, you can like try to mess with it, like even going up an octave, a whole like octave, dead ass. Like sometimes it be sounding good. You gotta try stuff, you know. And then as you can see, I had a double hit, and I just turned on the velocity so that way it like swells up into the other one. So this is what it sounds like right now. So yeah, man, that shit is already going crazy. So next I just added the rim. As you can hear, I put a reverb on it, a preset drum plate. I just turned on the mix. Then for the pattern, I just deadass used that one spot and I just repeated it. And this one is like just like the second snare, just the velocity tone down to swell up into the other one. And for the placement of it, it's just like listening to the whole thing, like trying to find a open space that would like sound good if I had something hitting. And that just comes with like training your ear to like understand the bounce and stuff. So to do that, you really just gotta make beats over and over and over, and one day, you know, that shit becomes easy for you. So this is what the whole thing sounds like right now with the rim. So next I pulled up an open hat. It's like a regular open hat. It's just like hella short. Pretty sure the same type of open hats are in the drum kit, DK drum kit. So if you want that, you know where to get it. So for the pattern with the open hat, I just try to think like if I was playing an 808, where would the notes be hitting? And that's where I play some of the open hats. It's kind of hard to explain, you know, just you gotta get the feel to it. But this is what the open hat sounds like. So then next I just added a little crash, you know, it's like an open hat but like longer, and it has some reverb as you can see in the preset. So that's just like on the one, that way when the 808 drops, you know, you got the little. As you can see on the second one right there, I just turned down the velocity a little bit. That way it's like not too repetitive, even though it's the same pattern. That's one thing to make it less repetitive, bro. Play with the velocities. That way it doesn't sound the same. The people listening may think that something has changed, and yes it has, but technically speaking that shit is still the same, you know, it's the same pattern. So last, before I did my 808, I just added a little perk. It's a triangle. And I just like to use it always in my beats. I put it always in the same spot. If it's double tempo like it is right now, I just place it there. If it's normal tempo, I place it there. Then finally, I just did the 808. So for the 808, it's just a regular spins, just hella short, and the out knob is like turned halfway up. So when I got just the 808 playing with no kicks, I want that shit to be hitting like hard. So what I do is use a soft clipper. So just put a default preset soft clipper on your shit and you're good. So then for the pattern, I just followed the root notes of the chords in the simple. And as you can see, it's not a lot of notes hitting. It's the last thing that I added. So I wanted to complement the rest, you know, like not try to do too much because the drums are like doing a lot already. This is what it sounds like. As you can see, that's like really simple. It's the same pattern like over and over, just for like 2 bars repeated, not just like change the pitch obviously because I gotta follow the root notes. But yeah, that's super simple. That's like placement stuff, you know, you don't want to go too crazy. Then as you can see, I added a kick just to, you know, change it up a little bit. I had a section with just the kick, no 808, and it's the exact same pattern as the 808. I just used the kick for it. So this is what it sounds like. For the mixing on the kick, I just have an EQ to cut some of the very lows and the highs too. And yeah man, lastly, as you can see, I just put my tag on there, and then I got a loud filter playing just for the section with a kick, and then the last like little bridge before it drops again into the hook. I just automated the loud filter, and you know, it just gives like a nice little feel. So I'm gonna play just the simple without the loud filter going into it, so that way you can hear the difference. Then for the mix, I explained it very well in my first tutorial, so if you want to go back and watch that, I'm gonna just put the link in the description, and also that's just gonna pop up. You can go ahead and just watch it. But for this tutorial, it's gonna end there. So I hope y'all learned some stuff, y'all enjoyed this, man. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments what y'all want to see next, like always. I'm gonna just play the final beat, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can hear the final product, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.
Damn, was that Swifty?